What's up, everybody? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carletta, and here I'll speak on spirituality and self-awareness. So in this video today, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I said, you know what? Let me talk about signs of love and lust. So I'm going to be pretty much just sharing my personal perspective and opinion when it comes to love versus lust. You know, what is the difference? What is real love? What is genuine love? And what is lust? So, with that being said, let's get right on into it. So, when it comes to love, love is a soul connection. It is a spiritual bond that goes beyond the physical and the superficial. So, I read somewhere, I think it was on Instagram, Janae Eiko, I believe she posted a link to her father's book, and it was entitled Life on Valued Energy, and that was the acronym for love. So when it comes to love, I feel like that's a great analogy right there. Like, love is something that's valuable, and it goes beyond the tangible. It goes beyond the things that you can touch or the things that you can see or feel. It's an experience. It's a true vibe. Like, love is being able to sit up with somebody and talk for hours and not need any extracurricular activities. You don't need the TV. You don't need no phones. It's just you and that person alone, and y'all just on your own frequency, just tuned in. And it goes beyond words can say, because even when there's nothing to say, even when there's just silence, you all are still connected. You know, it's like having telepathy and being able to hear a person's thoughts without them actually expressing themselves. Like, y'all just almost one. Like, that's what I feel like love is. It's really like having a heartfelt experience for somebody that values you, values your energy, and vice versa. Now, when it comes to lust is a sexual experience. It's physical attraction and infatuation. It's being infatuated with the way a person looks, their appearance, and the chemistry that y'all have. But when it comes to chemistry, you know, chemistry is the natural bond when it comes to the opposite sex or the opposite energies. You know, feminine and masculine coming together, naturally it's going to be that chemical reaction. So lust is pretty much that addiction to those chemicals, that dopamine, the reaction that you get from being connected to that person, you know, seeing that person, the sex with that person, what that person does to you. So love, in my opinion, love is something that is stable. It's something that has a true foundation. So it has a chance to last through the test of time. You know, it can pass through the challenges of life and the obstacles that you go through. Now, lust is fickle. Lust is faulty. It's phony. And it's something that can easily collapse because it doesn't have foundation. You know, any ripple in the water, it is liable to separate. It's liable for things to break apart because there's nothing that's really keeping things together but just the physical. So I came up with a couple of things that I think distinguishes the two. You know, signs of, are you in love or are you in lust? So one of the things that I think is a dead giveaway that you are in lust with somebody is there is no other glue than sex keeping your relationship together. You know, if sex is pretty much the only thing that keeps that fire spark. You can't sit with that person and have deep intellectual conversations. You can't really go out places with that person and have fun or do other activities that keep your relationship alive. It's simply just, what time it is and getting into it, and that's that. That's a sign that it's pretty much just lust. There is no love there. If all it is about sex, chances are you're in lust. Now, another good sign that you're in lust versus love is if you can't exist for a true length of time when sex is not a factor. So pretty much the same thing, if you all can't stand each other beyond just that sex, when y'all get it popping, everything is good and dandy. Everything is rainbows and beautiful colors. Everything is kosher. It's no arguments, it's no problems whatsoever. But, with that being said, otherwise, y'all can't even really coexist with each other. You can't really be up under that person for any length of time. It's like you can only handle that person in doses. Let's put it that way. That's a good sign that you're in lust versus love. If that person irritates you, you're around that person and you see like, man, I can't even really stand this person for real. Like, what is it about them? Like, why am I really with them for real? Like, like deep down inside, I feel like when it comes to lust, this isn't the one for real. It is just a sex game. Like, it's just the physical for me. Like, that's it. That's a good sign that you're in lust when, deep down inside, you don't really feel anything inside your heart that tells you that this is the one. It's simply just physical. It's simply just a attraction to what they can give you physically. And there's no true length of time that you can spend with this person without getting irritated, without feeling like you want them out of your presence, without feeling like you need a break and you will call them later. And that's another thing I can add to it. Like, when it comes to lust, you can go longer lengths of time without seeing that person, I would say. Even though there's an addiction there, it's kind of like you can either have it or leave it type of thing. If somebody else came in the picture that was better, if somebody else came in the picture that you felt was more of quality, or maybe that you were more attracted to, if you feel like that person can take you from them, that's a dead giveaway sign that that's just lust and it's nothing more. Now, some signs that you are in love with somebody, I would say number one is if you can work through your problems together, okay, and y'all both participate in the outcome. Y'all both are working towards creating solutions. That's a good sign that you're in love. Because when it comes to lust, like I said, it's not going to go past the sex. When it comes to arguments and creating solutions, it's not even going to get that far because you're not trying to hear none of that because you just focus on what you can get out of the equation. When it comes to love, it's what you can contribute. And it's an equal exchange. It's what y'all both are willing to put in it. It's not just about what you're willing to gain. So that's a good sign that you're in love. If y'all both are working towards, creating solutions and getting through your problems, it's not just, I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to quit this at the drop of a hat. I'm ready to throw in the towel in this situation just because things aren't going the way that you expect them to, or whatever the case may be. That's a good sign that you all are in love. And the last sign that I have here, number 2, is if you all are both evolving and growing through life on a team effort. That's also a good sign that you're in love. You know, when it's love, I feel like it's a genuine effort towards making each other step one another's game up. You know, you both hold each other accountable and you both have goals. Like y'all both working towards the same thing together and you're committed. You're dedicated to getting to those results, you know, and making your relationship grow, continuing to grow together. You know, that's what keeps your spark going, even if there's no sex, even if there is no physical attraction a part of the factor. You know, it's the mind, it's the spirit, it's the shared willingness and the shared goals that add that additional spark to the relationship. Because when you know that y'all both on the same page and you know that you all are accomplishing things together, it just makes you want to stay in that relationship that much more. It just makes you realize that you all do have a love, that y'all do have that same, you know, frequency and that energy with one another, you know, and it's not one-sided. That's also a good sign that you're in love, you know, when things aren't one-sided, you know, y'all both are like 50-50. And I'm not talking about when it comes to bills or anything like that. You know, everybody has their own perspective or the way arrangements work out in relationships. But that's also a good, I think, thing to consider when it comes to love. You know, you're willing, like I said, to give just as much as you are to receive. You know, putting in that other half of the situation, the other half of the equation. And vice versa, you know, it's 50-50. It's like you're all in or nothing. Like that's a good sign of love. If y'all both putting in the team effort, coming up with solutions and you know, have each other's back, you know, that's a good sign that you're in love. So with that being said, that's pretty much my thoughts when it comes to love and lust from my personal perspective. If you have anything that you'd like to add, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. What is your opinion when it comes to lust or love and relationships? I appreciate you all tuning in as always, and I will catch you in the next video.